Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Krysia and today's video is going to be super fun. I just finished filming it and it is just one of the funnest things to try on new makeup, and I have a bunch of new makeup that I purchased from Sephora mainly. I also have a couple other products here. I don't even know where they are. They're scattered all over the place, but some Pat McGrath, her Bridgerton collection, the new Fenty lipstick I'm going to be trying out as well for you guys, and this is the final look. I feel like it's really natural, really glowy, something that I strive for. So if you guys are interested in seeing a bunch of new makeup in action, just keep watching. All right, guys, we have a lot of goodies to play with. So some stuff was purchased in store. Other stuff was purchased online. I'm also going to include the Pat McGrath Bridgerton collection. I did purchase this from her website and I ordered it Boxing Day and it didn't come in till I think it was like the last couple days in January. So it was too late to probably film a full exclusive or dedicated video to this collection. So I'm going to just include it in this one. And I feel like there was a restock. I hope it's still available in case you guys do like it as I play with it. And then we have just a bunch of other goodies. Oh my goodness. I have Givenchy lip gloss that just came out. It is so pretty. Like the packaging, absolutely divine. And I have another blush from Perfecto. This is part of his original release, just the single blush. I also got Natasha Denona's Blush and Glow. This is nothing new. Kind of gravitated towards it because the highlighter in this one looks very natural. So I decided to pick that one up. I got a new lipstick from Fenty Beauty. This is in the refillable lipstick shade, so we'll play with that. Charlotte Tilbury Happikiss. This is just one of her like lip balm type lipsticks. And we'll be using the Pat McGrath Bridgerton palette. This is so pretty. I know you guys must have seen videos of it already. It's so lovely. I feel like the packaging is just so spring-like. I've never watched this show. I know it's supposed to be sort of more of a show that's based on a time period piece. Let me know what that is down below. I can't think of the words right now. So I think it is set in the 1800s and it's a romantic type story or series. So you have 3 mattes, 2 kind of like shimmer shades there, and then the special shade. And I do feel like these mattes right here with the little bumblebees, I feel like they're sort of a baked kind of formula. We'll swatch those two. Like this pink, you guys, it has like a sheen to it. So while it's matte, it's a little bit more like on the satiny side. The top 2 are like, the top shade is that special blue shade. The one underneath it is one of the shimmers, and then the 2 on the bottom are with the bumblebee. So mattes, but like again, they just have that slight sheen to them. So pretty. So let's go ahead and use this pink shade right off the bat. My Perfecto sort of flat eyeshadow brush. And of course we have pigment right off the bat. Why am I not surprised? So pretty. I'm gonna do this more shimmery purple shade, just all over the lid using my fingers. Okay, I love this palette. This is already amazing and a dream to work with. I'm not gonna do anything crazy today. We're just playing. It's a quick try on haul type of video. So that shimmer, holy macaroni. Let's put that pink underneath as well. And we'll put some of that shimmer that I put just to balance it all out, just on the edge of it. It's very creamy. Let's use an eyeliner brush and the darkest shade and just create sort of a liner effect. We'll see how dark it is. Maybe we'll do a slight wing. Not overly pigmented. I'm gonna try and do a bit of a wing, but honestly, oh, that's okay. My girls are playing. We'll see how long they let me film. I try to sneak these videos in while they're playing, but you know how it goes if you have kids. Kind of a pseudo soft liner effect. I don't know. It doesn't have enough pigmentation to really act as a wing liner. So I might just take a little bit of that same shade and a really small brush, 13 from Refer, and just sort of like connect my attempt at a wing. It's not really dark, so it just kind of is able to darken a crease a bit, but it's not really dark enough to act as a liner. So pretty. Oh my gosh, do we put the blue shade somewhere? I feel like that might be kind of weird. Like, would that even look good in the middle? But I feel like we have to use it. Like, how do we not use it? So I'm just gonna take some of that shade and just pop it in the middle. And it's pretty. It just kind of gives a bit of reflection. Oh, love it. Let's use this light pink shade just on the brow bone. This palette is actually perfect. Wow. That is just, I love it. I love it so much. I feel like I did a little bit of a damage effect with the pseudo wing, but that's okay. I might just make my lower lash line a little bit more prominent with that first pink shade. And don't be afraid to do that. I mean, the more you add on the upper lash line, I just think it looks balanced to add a little bit more on the lower lash line. So I'm gonna reserve my inner corner for the highlighter that came with this collection. So I'm gonna go put on some mascara and I'll be right back. And I wanted to use the highlighter palette for the inner corner. I have swatched this and I don't wanna use this as my highlighter. I might still do it to show you guys how it looks as a highlighter, but I can already tell it's going to be way too sparkly for me as a highlighter. Just a stunning embossing. And swatched, it just looks really just like a light gold glossy effect. You know, like from a distance, it doesn't look bad. But I feel like as a highlighter, it would be too sparkly. I'm going to take a small brush, put on some MAC Fix Plus, and use it as my inner corner highlight. And it is sort of like a, I wouldn't say it's baked gelée, but it's definitely has like that slightly almost baked quality to it. So just on a little brush and boom. Wow, just brightens everything up. So I really do feel like for me, this is going to be a straight up go-to inner corner highlight. And even just taking a little bit of it and just putting like a touch of it there just to balance things out, like just a touch. I just love putting something super champagne-y and sheeny on that. Oh, just like right where your eyeball is. You know what I mean? The middle of that lid or center of the lid. And I keep forgetting this microphone. Like, will I ever learn? Will I ever learn to put my microphone back on? I don't know. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of a contour. This is the DIOR bronzer in shade 4. Perfect contour shade for my skin tone. Sonia G Master Face. Love this brush. Perfect balance of firmness as well as softness. I want to do both blushes. I'm going to use the Patrick Ta on one side and then I'll use the Natasha Denona on the other side. So Patrick Ta recently came out with more of his duo blushes and I did review that collection as well, one of my most recent videos. And I just have fallen in love with his blushes in general. And I wanted to pick up one of his singles from the earliest release for him. And this is in She's Seductive. It looks quite dark in the pan, but I feel like it's one of those beautiful sheer mauve shades. Something that will kind of go with anything, you know, any makeup look. So I'm going to take a brush. I'll take the Refer number 5 and I'm just going to go over. And let's see. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it has this slight sheeny effect. And it's one of the most naturally toned blushes that I think would go with absolutely any eye look, any lip look. It's just one of the most beautiful neutral blushes that I've come across. So that's the Patrick Ta She's Seductive. Isn't it just stunning? It has this natural sheen to it. And it is one of the most beautiful, neutral, slightly mauve tones. And usually blush on me goes very peachy, very quick. For a blush to kind of stay slightly more neutral toned to slightly cool toned is very surprising. I absolutely, positively love it. Now I'm going to show you guys the Pat McGrath highlighter on this side. I couldn't resist trying it on when it first came in and I just haven't been reaching for it as a highlighter. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use the Sonia G Mini Cheek and let's go in and just kind of so from a distance, it does have that very glass-like effect. Of course, it's going to reflect light because there's so many little glitters in there. But when you go up close, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick up on it, but for me, it's just a direct glitter balm. It's still pretty because it's still refined and it's still in a very nice golden tone, but I can see the shimmers. Like, I'm trying to blend it in just to see if I can like really break up some of the shimmer. Yeah, it still has shimmer in there. So if you guys don't appreciate a ton of shimmer and borderline micro glitter as well in your highlighter, then I wouldn't recommend this as a highlighter. And I don't foresee myself using this, like I said, as a highlighter for the face, but this is going to be the longest lasting inner corner highlight known to man. This is going to last me my whole life, because that's exactly what I'm going to be using it for. And that's what I have been using it for since I got it. And I'm kind of making a little bit of a dent in there already from using it so much as my inner corner highlight. When you wet your brush and use it as that, for that purpose, it is just to die for. It's just like jaw-droppingly beautiful. Right, let's go to the other side and try on the Natasha Denona Mini Blush and Glow. This came out a long, long time ago. The blush color in this one is actually from one of her duo blushes. And oh my goodness, it's too small and I'm getting old and I have to start holding things up this far from my face. The blush shade is just golden coral. The highlighter is the All Over Glow in 01 Light. That is her first highlighter formula, not the Super Glow, but the initial one. And so I was very curious because I've wanted to try one of her more subtle highlights for a really long time. And this is kind of a 2-in-1. I'm gonna kind of clean off the brush that I was using and go ahead and do that. It's definitely a powder formula. It's not one of those slightly creamy cream to powder formulas. And I'm glad, because those cream to powders, I'm not always the fan of. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know why I didn't buy this when it first came out. This is perfection. This is a coral blush perfection. It is what I wanted her latest mini rose cheek glow product to be. I wanted it to be this shade, and it ended up being like a brownie muted rose tone, and I wanted it to be like a straight up like corally rose, and that's what this is. Oh my gosh, very impressed. Let's go ahead and highlight. Bit powdery. Oh, and so subtle and so soft and beautiful. You guys, I told myself in the new year I'm going to buy new stuff, of course, if it really piques my interest, but I'm also going to buy products that are maybe old or have been on the market for quite a long time that do pique my interest as well, because tastes change. And I feel like now going into this year, I do want to focus on having really glowy, naturally beautiful, juicy looking skin. And if any product, new or old, lets me achieve that, then I'm going to be interested in it. And I feel like that's going to be helpful to you guys as well, especially if you want your skin to just kind of look that way as well. Enough talking, and let's just rave about this because it's just gorgeous. This is one of the most sheer, naturally just shiny highlights that I've ever used. It has just created the most sheeny, smooth look to my skin. It is absolutely perfect. This duo, again, I would recommend this too. Like run and get this. Wow, it's way better than that rose cheek duo. And now you can kind of see the difference. Definitely more of a glass effect, but it's gonna have a bit of that sort of like shimmer glitter. If you have a lot of fine lines, beware. This is not something I want to wear on a daily basis either, because I do have some fine lines there. But I mean, it's still fun. It's still beautiful. And I think for a night out, it's absolute perfection. This is more everyday. This is just absolutely stunning. Let's go ahead and use the Chocolate Gold Soleil as a topper bronzer. Just a very light hand. This isn't new. I just like using this to top up my bronzer look. Just gives you the most beautiful golden from vacation look. Wow, wow, wow. These blushes are amazing. Everything is just so amazing right now. Let's move on to a lip. I'm gonna go ahead and try the Fenty first, because I feel like this is the product everyone is probably the most interested in, considering it just came out. I saw the color of this particular lip shade in the promo pics, and it looked absolutely perfect. Now, it is going to be a refillable lipstick, which is more expensive, not gonna lie, because the lipstick refill's $25 and the case is $15. And to interchange it constantly, I probably wouldn't do as often. So I do feel like this is a more expensive way to do it. But at the same time, if you're okay just interchanging your lipsticks, then it does kind of make sense. Like $25 isn't bad for a higher end lipstick, right? We're gonna put that into the refill. And I got it in the shade Motha Luva. I don't know, it just forces you to say it like that, the way it's spelled. It's a very kind of like metallic, still plasticky case, but definitely has a metalliciness to it. That's the part where the lipstick's gonna go in. And then it has Fenty on the side. And that's the cap with Fenty Beauty on there. So we're going to put the bum of the lipstick into this cap, click it in place. It's going to be able to roll up. So we have it here. You just twist this, it pops open, and then you take it out. So it's pretty cool. There was two sort of light shades, and this one was the more mauve-y one. But swatching it, it looks quite warm. That's the shade there, you guys. Like, it's kind of warm, kind of a corally, pinky, neutral shade. It has a really interesting smell. It's slightly sweet and juicy, but not like vanilla, more fruity. I like the tip on it. It lets you really kind of create a nice lip line. It's a nice shade. It's not as pink or cool toned as I thought it would be. There is no opaqueness to it, and it does feel like it's coating your lips. Like your lips literally feel like they have a coating on them. It's really hard to explain. Like it's sitting on top of the lips. It's just sitting there. It has a slight, almost like not grittiness to it, but like sort of like powdery texture to it. It's a semi-matte. And it's creamy, but yet it's kind of like, has that chalkiness to it. That's probably the best way to explain it, where it's not gritty like texture, but chalky. And I don't like it. I kind of want to just take it off right away. The shade is okay. It's a very neutral shade that'll kind of go with everything. But it's not drying, but it's not moisturizing. And my biggest thing that I don't like about it right away is the fact that it's just sitting on top and creating a chalky occlusive effect on my lips, and not in a good way. It's like not adhering to my lips at all. I do want to take it off. I'm just going to show you guys up close. So it's kind of shiny, semi-matte. Yeah, I would say so. It just doesn't feel good on for me. I don't like it. I'm going to take it off. I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, not to be overly dramatic, but no, that's gonna go back. That felt like literally creamy chalk. Some products, you know, you're just not gonna like. And I'm not saying don't try it, but I feel like if you like lipsticks that sort of like adhere to the lips and feel almost one with the lips, that's not it. That really sits on top. We have two more lip products that we can play with. So Givenchy came out with these lip glosses recently. The packaging, oh my goodness, is just, as usual, stunning from Givenchy. It has a beautiful pink leather cap on top. It's real leather. It's so pretty, so luxe. And then it has that really nice paddle applicator on it, which is stunning. This color is a little bit more pinky red than I think this look will go with, but you never know. Let's just try it on and get a sense of the formula. I probably will go back and get a few more of the more neutral shades. Slightly fruity scent. It is so comfortable. It is that perfect in-between of glossy and slightly tacky, but not sticky. It just has that really balmy, kind of like thicker gloss feel to it. And I like that because it's going to stay on the lips quite long, I feel. There is mintiness to it. So if you don't like mint in your lip gloss, then don't try it. And it just fills in any lines on your lips. It's so even, it's so beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is a winner. I want more shades, like right now, like right now. So that's the lip gloss there. And it's okay, it goes not too bad with the look. I feel like something a little bit more neutral and just beige kind of creamy would go better, because the look is quite intense, but just gives you an idea. So last product, I love this formula. This is the Happikiss formula, and I really veered towards the non kind of colored version of it. So it doesn't really have a shade. Slight pinky rosebud shade, but I think it's going to be just very sheer. Let's go ahead. I love this formula. It is so balmy. Like, there's not a ton of glossy effect to it. Like the Givenchy, this definitely has a glossy, more slippy type effect, even though it's still quite balmy. But this is straight up balm. You know, it just like stays on the lips. Like, it's just adhering beautifully. I could just keep putting it on and on and on. Oh my God, I love this formula so much. I need to get some more shades. All right, guys, so that's the final look. I just put a little bit more bronzer, almost a little too much up there, but that's okay. Just to kind of give it a little bit more life, and that was fun. Let's go ahead and do a full recap of these products. Let's start off with the McGrath Bridgerton collection. I can't recommend this eye palette enough. And I know it still is in that pink family that she's done so much in the last little while. I get it. But there's something special about this one. I feel like the two shimmers, yes, they're creamy, nothing crazy new for Pat McGrath. But these two Bumblebee shades, wow, it's sort of like a baked formula that's slightly sheeny and very forgiving on texture or fine lines on the eyes. It just kind of glides right on. And then that special shade, which you might think like really sticks out like a sore thumb because it's so blue compared to the pink, it's perfect. It just creates enough interest, and I can't wait to use that one actually a little bit wet. The highlighter, absolutely stunning. It definitely has micro glitter though and shimmer. So if you don't like micro glitter or shimmer on your cheeks because of whatever reason, I usually don't. I don't like to enhance any potential fine lines or texture, then you may not want to get it as a highlighter. I'm going to be using it pretty much exclusively on the inner corner of my eyes, because when you use this on a damp brush, for the inner corner, it's perfect. It just gives the most beautiful bright effect, and I like that. I like having a little bit of glam on my inner corner just to kind of make my eyes pop. This Natasha Denona Blush and Glow, where has this been all my life? It's a perfect rosebud pink, and this highlighter here is going to be your best friend. It reminds me of the NARS highlighter formula, and the shade actually reminds me of something in between Capri and Fort de France. I feel like it has that same kind of like sheeny quality to the skin, and the shade is, like I said, just in between those. Not really pink, not really like super champagne-y golden, but just perfect in between neutral shade. The downer was the Fenty lipstick. I don't know. I can't get behind this, and I can't recommend it because I feel like the texture is just off. I feel like it is a cream mixed with a bunch of ground up chalk, and I don't like that. I don't like my lipsticks to just kind of like sit on top. I want them to sort of adhere to my lips, become one with my lips, and this just does not feel comfortable. The mechanism itself is so beautiful. Like, it just clicks open, so chic. The shades look really quite neutral and nice, but the formula is a no-go for me, so I can't get behind this lipstick. Now, the other two lip products are really, really good. The Givenchy gloss is perfect. It's balmy, it's like not tacky, but it still stays on the lips really well. I'm gonna get more shades because it is just a beautiful, beautiful lip gloss formula. Nothing new from Charlotte Tilbury, but I really recommend this formula. It's one of my favorites from her. Very balmy, stays on the lips, feels like it's one with your lips, moisturizing perfection. And that is it, you guys. I think that's it. I hope I didn't miss anything. Right, that's it for today's video. I had so much fun filming this haul, and there's so many good products in here. So make sure to subscribe before you guys go today for more videos from me, and don't forget to ring that notification bell to get notified of those uploads. I'm also going to leave you with another video, and it's going to be another Patrick Ta Gush Fest. His most recent release were more duo blushes in new shades. They're actually shades from his palette that he released over Christmas time. So if you want to see all the details about the new shades released, cheek swatches, demos, thoughts, all of that, make sure to click that video next. I wish you guys all the best, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ah, bye. Bye. Sneaky monkeys. Bye.